Welcome back to Bordeaux, where I'm going through a bunch of wines from Saint-Emilion. I think that 07 was unfairly described as a bad vintage. I mean, of course it was not difficult, it wasn't easy, but there are still a lot of people who put down a lot of heart and soul into what they did, and they made some good wines, and this is one of them, Château Pipeau. This is a wine which is showing a very aromatic note at present. It shows floral notes, it shows plenty of quite ripe fruit. I mean, really like more blackberry, dark plum, dark cherry in terms of, and to that we can add that hint of that, you know, some of those earthy notes such as damp earth or tobacco, anything in that direction. And I do think that this shows a structure on the palate which is very typical for the vintage. It's a great amount of fruit, it's a great purity of fruit, however it's marked by a quite high freshness. A freshness which still would need some time to soften. Tannins are already finely integrated, and I like the amount of, you know, it's quite juicy, it's quite succulent. It will drink well fairly early on. I would still put it away one year just for the acidity to soften a little bit, and then I would I mean, give it a thorough decantation. I think it would really gain in aromatic complexity, and in regards to density and concentration, it has a potential. It's at least a 10 or 15-year-old wine for cellaring, but I think it will actually, after 3 or 4 years, it will really reach a nice level of drinkability, such as 04 is doing today, for instance. And as a lightly structured, generous fruity wine, I think this is something which is, with some more maturity, I would love to pair this with something like a pigeon or a quail with truffles or with mushrooms, and I think with those delicate texture and that slight sweetness would marry well with this sweet and luscious fruit. But the wine needs, let's say, 2 more years in the cellar, then it should drink well.